Salute, comrades. I am William Thomas McCallum Jr., founder and freedom fighter of the Unchained Truth, a movement dedicated to amplifying the voices and stories of incarcerated men and women whose truths have been silenced behind steel and concrete. These voices, whether shaped by past mistakes or the weight of injustice, deserves to be heard. Their stories matter. Our mission is clear: to liberate minds, expose injustices, and ignite meaningful dialogue on critical issues such as reentry, prison conditions, rehabilitation, systemic unprofessionalism, redemption, personal growth, and the power of second chances. Stay engaged with the revolution. We live for the people, we strive for the people, we fight for the people, and we will liberate the people. Today, we honor and salute our guests. Let your voice resonate, your truth be spoken, and your mind be freed. We have nothing to lose but our chains, and that is the unchained truth. Your time is now. Let's seize this moment. What's your name, your oldest number, and where are you from?
My name is Tasjah Williams. My office number is 173-2763, and I am from Monroe, North Carolina.
Monroe, North Carolina. Miss Williams, what were you convicted of, and how much time did they sentence you to?
I was convicted. Well, when I got locked up, they had charged me with accessory after the fact to attempted murder, accessory after three misdemeanors, and then they indicted me and added on first degree murder. But when I took my plea, they dropped the murder and the misdemeanors, except one, which was physical assault, and then I had another charge, the accessory after the fact to attempted murder. And my sentencing is 4.5 years to 6.
Okay. How long have you now been incarcerated?
I have been incarcerated for almost exactly 4 years. Yeah.
4 years, okay. How old were you when you came into the system?
I was 21 years old, and no, I was 22, and then by August I turned 23.
Okay. At that time when you came into the system, like what did you feel? What did you feel like? Like what was going through your mind, your thoughts, your feelings, emotionally and spiritually?
At first I was scared because I felt like my life was just falling apart, and I was already going through so much before I got incarcerated. So when I got incarcerated, I didn't make it no better. But I was scared. I felt embarrassed because of what had brought me here, and like honestly, I just felt sad, embarrassed, depressed. I was angry, and as time went by, I started, basically like getting adjusted to it. So I was getting like comfortable, but not too comfortable. But I was waiting to go home, but when I saw that I wasn't, it was just like another flat line.
Okay. Do you have any children?
No, but I'm a pet mom. I have one bunny and one pit bull.
Yeah, they're gonna be our babies too.
Yeah.
Hey, tell us about your childhood. What experiences, traumas, or conditions that shaped your past?
I'll start like when I was around 5. When I was around 5, I was dealing with a lot of bladder infection. So I had to keep going to
This call is from a North Carolina correctional facility.
I had to keep going to the doctors, the hospitals, or the people that does the like sonogram type things to make sure like my bladder was, stop, having so many infections. They almost got to the point where I was going to have a bladder transplant, and I was like between 5 and 7. After that, I was in school, and I dealt with being like socially awkward because I wasn't used to being around so many people. I was used to just being at home, like on my computer or tablet or my TV. I used to get bullied, so that made me have like trust issues when it comes to me meeting people and wanting to be their friend. To this day, I'm still like that. I dealt with sexual assault, like basically sexual assault and things when I was growing up between 10 and 12. After that, I started getting into relationships with boys, some females, but mostly boys. And I had one relationship that was just straight domestic violence, emotional violence, everything. And so he ended up putting me in the hospital. And after that, it took me a year to get back acquainted with wanting to be around social and things like that. And then probably between 19 and 20, I met this man named Christian. And we both grew up together, but since I was getting bullied, me and my brother went to a different school. And at first we was at the same school, and I always had a crush on him. And then we got together, and we stayed together for a year. But he was shot to death at our job a week after our year anniversary. So after that, that's when I met the person that I'm with, the person that I was with that caused both of us to be in this situation. And it was basically domestic violence with him too. So really in my life, I had good parts and I had bad parts, but I just still try to go on in life despite what I've been through.
This call is from a North Carolina correctional facility.
What was it that you wanted to be growing up? Like, was there anything in particular that you would have liked to be?
Yeah, at first I wanted to be a flight attendant, but I've never been on a plane. So then I switched it up because I love animals. Like, it don't matter what animal, I just love them. I was majoring in college to be a veterinary assistant for big animals and like exotic pets.
Okay, then. Have you lost any loved ones since you've been incarcerated?
Yes. One of my cousins, she died, I believe, this year. I lost people before I got incarcerated. My grandma, she passed away 2 days after my fiance's birthday, the one that passed away. But other than that, I haven't had too many lost loved ones. But yeah, I lost just like 1 or 2.
So, tell me what your prison experience has been like.
You said my prison life?
Yeah, what has your prison experience been like?
Well, at first when I was in county, I dealt with that. I was there for 3.5 years. And when I came to prison, it was like, I could adjust to being in Raleigh, but once I came to Anston, it was a whole different atmosphere. Like, I went through having to go back and forth to medical because I'm having all these problems with my skin things. I have a skin disease now. But I didn't get it. Like, nothing triggered it until I came to Anston. I don't know if it was like dormant in my body or if I got it when I got here. But after that, that's what I've been dealing with for the past 10 months. I get depressed sometimes. Sometimes I be very moody, like, and I like to be like staying in my room, like I can't think of the word, but basically I wanted to be in my room. I didn't want to go out. I don't go outside because it can trigger things with my body. It's just been hard, and then I gained a lot of weight. I had gained a lot of weight being in prison. So yeah, I'm just trying to get through my days. Trying to get through my days.
Well, tell me what's something people on the outside would never understand about prison life?
How we get treated by the guards, and how it's so hard for us to get medical attention in here at the time when something's happening versus like later down the road when your your problem has gotten, way worse than it was before when they could at least handle it. And now it's just to the point like you're just uncomfortable and you're in pain and now, it's like almost too late for them to try to fix the problem that's going on with you. And another thing is like when the guards be here, to ask how we're doing and things like that. But it's like you're able to go home and come back to this place. We're not able to go home until it's time for us to go. So instead of
You have 60 seconds remaining.
Instead of you like mugging around and be upset and things like that because you're at work, that's what we gotta go through. Like you get to go home and we don't. And that's what I'm still doing right now and having our freedom.
Hey, Miss Tasjah Williams, if you will you please hang on a call right back? The Unchained Truth will continue. Back to the Unchained Truth with Miss Tasjah Williams. Miss Williams, let me ask you this question. What rights do you think incarcerated people should be fighting for right now?
I feel like we should be fighting for like being able to get the right treatment at the right time instead of having it prolonged and not being able to like get the help that you need. And another right is our speech rights, like being able to accommodate to ourselves, like be able to tell them like, hey, this is us and we need this and that instead of them just brushing it off and saying like, oh, we'll get that down line. Like, no, some things need to be addressed right now and we need like we can only do so much and tell them so much and they're not going they're either gonna listen or they're not. So that's basically like how it is in here mostly.
Yeah, I could definitely understand that because a lot of times even when they do take you to medical and everything, you might have a problem that's serious to you, but it's not that they feel as if it's not that serious to them. And that just give you an ibuprofen and send you back to the dorm.
That's right.
So I definitely understand that because we all go through that.
Yes.
That's sad. You're definitely right. If you had the chance to speak to lawmakers or the public, what would you want them to hear?
I would want them to hear the struggle that we go through in prison. It's physically, mentally, and very emotionally, and sometimes.
This call is from a North Carolina correctional facility.
And sometimes financially, because some people in here, or most people.
This call is from a North Carolina correctional facility.
Some people in here, or most people in here, don't have the support that other people do on the outside. So. Like it's harder on them because they don't have a family member to talk to, or they don't have money to come in, or they don't have the people like their family to call in here and tell them like what's going on with them and like we need help like right now, or we need to address this situation right now. And so some people in here like me, I have a good support system. I'm not wanting for nothing, and I can like. Adjust. I can like be able to I can be able to like basically go through what I'm going through because my people on the outside and my friends and family and things, they make it easier because I have somebody to talk to, somebody to lean on, somebody to tell like this is going on, can you please call up here to make sure like make them do something at least or have them like because sometimes you can tell somebody in here what to do or what's going on and they'll forget about the problem or they say we're not going to do that, like write something down like or request information or a sick call and stuff. And so it just be hard on people in here and I hate it for them. I hate it for all of us, but some people just don't be deserving that.
That's right about that. Set a bar for that. Miss Williams, who are you today? And how is that different from who you were when you came in?
I would say I'm a strong, mature, problem solving, gentle woman and and sensitive in there too. When I first got locked up, I was thinking basically I was thinking like, I'm unstoppable. Not like I was doing bad things out there, but I was just getting a lot of like speeding tickets or tickets just basically like with cars. So I never got no charge ever in my life. So, I'm just thinking, like I see other people getting locked up or people that's celebrities that are getting locked up. But I'm thinking, ain't nobody gonna touch me. I'm not gonna ever do nothing to put myself in jail. And instead of thinking like that, I should have been thinking cautiously and paying attention to my surroundings of what basically led up to the point of that happening to that day. And so I just wish that I wasn't so arrogant and stubborn and hard-headed to not heed the warnings or pay attention to the warnings that led up to that place, like to that place of time. And so it's just I notice like now that I'm older and things and I'm going through this thing for almost 4 years, I have noticed like I dropped some bad traits and gained some good traits to me, but when everybody see me, they just like, Taylor, like you're a strong woman. I said thank you. I don't feel like it. I appreciate that compliment. Like it really does make me feel a little bit better about what I'm going through in here.
Since you've been incarcerated, what have you done to grow, reflect, or change?
I read a lot. I read on the outside, but I read more. Instead of like being out there and getting in a little conflict with other women and stuff, I stay in the room. Another thing is I found another coping thing. I used to write poems when I was in high school, and I just stopped. But now that I've been in here, I've been writing. I write poems. I write love poems. I write. My mom and my dad, they had poems that I wrote especially for them. They're like spiritual poems. And I know it's not a good thing to sleep, but I do love to sleep. I sleep most of the day. And I try to exercise, but I'm limited in doing that right now. And I used to color, and we had tablets, so I'll go on there and do certain certificates under Edogo or there's a university on there too. But that and I try listening to like neutral music, not like stuff with a lot of cussing in it or a lot of killing all that stuff. So I like R&B and stuff. So I try to listen to that, and I learned how to talk to my family without without like getting like mad or moody or attitude or something. I'm trying to learn how to control my emotions before, I spaz out or get myself in trouble.
Hey, I like for you to give a message to the youth because earlier you said that you've been through a whole lot growing up, from sexual assault to domestic violence, to a lot of other things in life. What would you say to young people who are being misled or turning to crime because of trauma, poverty, or pressures in their lives?
A couple things I would tell them, no matter what you're going through, you're going to need God. I don't know what your spiritual beliefs are, but just try to pray when you're in the deepest, darkest.
This call is from a North Carolina correctional facility.
Pray when you're in the deepest, darkest part of your life.
This call is from a North Carolina correctional facility.
Even when you think he's not listening, he is always listening. But just because he don't come on your time doesn't mean that he's not coming at all. He comes in the midst of the time at the right time, and it's never going to be too late. And always always try to be positive. I know it's hard, but you just gotta try, and that's basically what I had to do. Fake it till you make it, but at the same time, address those problems if you can with someone. And I had heard this the other day. It said instead of you praying to God to ask for it to be easier, pray to God to make you stronger. That's what we all need to do. I understand, like, I don't want to do this or all this, But at the same time, we never had problems. We wouldn't go to God or anybody. We'll just be, perfect, and we don't need to go and see nobody or talk to nobody, and we're just great, like no problem. Even though you might not like the problem that you're dealing with or whatever your situation is at the moment, just know that's gonna make you stronger. It's not. It might hurt you too, or it might better you, but just know it's gonna always make you stronger, so you can go through in the future.
If you could talk to your younger self, what would you say?
I would tell her um, that you're gonna go through some traumas in your life. It's gonna make you you, but do not give up and to accommodate to what you're doing because you're gonna go through a lot. And I know it feels like you're gonna be by yourself, but just know that you're not by yourself. You have everybody around you to support you, and you know, you're gonna learn your lesson because you're gonna be rebellious and things. But just know, like, just try to take it easy and don't give yourself to a lot of people. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. You need to be very cautious. Watch your surroundings. Try to get closer with your family. Even though I know it's gonna be times where y'all just break apart. And just try to trust your parents. Like they might not say it in the way that you want to hear it, but still, it's better for your good. It's not gonna hurt you now. You might as well listen to them than to go through what you're planning on going through in the future. So yeah.
That's right. Perfectly said. Hey, what does a second chance in society mean to you, Ms. Williams?
You said second chance in society?
Yeah, what does that mean to you?
It means, I want to say, like, it may be a fresh start for you, like people that a first timer of being incarcerated versus the people that's been incarcerated multiple times. But it means that I finally got my freedom back. That's what it means. Like, it don't matter how long you've been incarcerated or how long you've been down. When you step out them doors of that prison or that jail, it's just gonna be a big relief, and you're gonna be like, I finally made it to this point of life that I'm about to go through, and I can go and live my life the way I want to without getting in any more trouble to see myself go back here or go back to jail. And it's just a bright. It's like a rainbow. Like when you step out, you just be happier. You feel lighter. You smell the fresh air. You see your family right there, or you see whatever is about to take you to wherever you're going to. That's just like a whole blessing right there, and it's just a nice relief. A nice relief to basically being able to go back to your freedom.
That's right. If you were released tomorrow, what's the first thing you would do?
The first thing I would do, I pray my mom and my daddy, they bring my animals up here. But the first thing I would do is run to my family when they're picking me up. and then I'll see my pets too. My bunny might not recognize me, but she know my voice. But my dog, we've been together since 2018. I raised her, and that's just my baby. Everybody says she'll know you because of your scent, but I've been gone for so long, so I hope she recognizes me, and everybody wants me to record it so they can see her reaction when she sees me. But yeah, that's the first thing I want to do, and I want, like, whoever's gonna come pick me up, I want everybody to be there just waiting on me with my dog and my bunny, and I just can't wait to walk through those doors.
Okay. So tell me, Tasjah, what's your hopes, goals, or dreams for when you return home?
Hopefully I will. It's been a while since I've been driving, so hopefully I still know how to do that. My goals are to get my health straight first, and take care of my animals, and be focused on finishing college to be a veterinary assistant, and just being able to do the things that I used to be doing before I got here. Because I know some
You have
people
60 seconds remaining.
I know some people when they're incarcerated, they may get
You have 60 seconds remaining.
they may get used basically. They may get used of being in jail. So when they're or prison, so when they go out in the real world, it's like, man, I gotta readjust myself. I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to do that. So that's basically. Hopefully, I won't be in that position, but I might have to renew myself with the things that I used to do.
You have 30 seconds remaining.
Please call back, Ms. Williams.
You have 30 seconds remaining.
The Unchained Truth will continue. Back to the Unchained Truth of Miss Tasjah Williams. And Ms. Williams, what did you want people to remember about you?
I want people to remember about me of like basically like how generous I give my love and my whole heart and soul to people when I get connected with them. I don't just tell somebody like I love them just to say it or have me doing things for people just to be doing it just to get it back. I want people to know that I generally do spread my love and my soul and like if I can't teach you to, I'll do that too. But I just want everybody to know that it's coming from the heart and soul, and it's just not something that's just materialistic. Like, I'm just doing it just to do it. Like it's not me. But I truly do love from the soul.
Yes, sir. Hey, this has definitely been a wonderful interview. I really enjoyed your time. Are there any last words you would like to share with the listeners to the Unchained Truth?
I would like to say that I really do appreciate this interview and things, and hopefully people take what I said to heart, and maybe we can get this moving on with getting better treatment and things in the public, in the prisons and things like that too. And I love to say, you can come and buy a bunny for me when I get out of prison.
This call is from a North Carolina correctional facility.
Hey, Ms. Williams, thank you for sharing your truth, your pain, your lessons, and your hope. Here on the Unchained Truth, we don't just tell stories, we build bridges. Your words today have the power to reach beyond these walls, to spark understanding, and to remind the world that change is possible. To those listening on the outside, never forget, behind every prison ID is a human being. To those still inside, your voice is still powerful. Your future is still yours, and your story is not over. We see you, we hear you, and we're fighting with you. Until next time, peace from the Unchained Truth.